Hi, everybody. This is Jeanette from Boricua. So, you guys, hey, Shayna, how are you? I am going live today because I need to redo my aunt's shirt. And the last live, I spelled Wella wrong. I think the lighting's back too. Hold on, let me change that. So this live might go a little crazy because I also wanted to try different features with StreamYard. You can put an additional camera on there. So I'm like, can you hear echoes? Hey, Shayna, it looks like it's just me and you today. So let me go ahead and start this. So like I said, I spelled it wrong. She wants 2 L's. She doesn't want 1 L. Hey, querida. She wants 2 L's on the shirt. So I have to make the whole, oh, good, no echo. I have to make the shirt for her again. So I'm gonna, I figured the first time that I did the live and I was designing it, people were like, I want to see the end product. So I figured I'll do the whole thing start from finish. So that way you guys can see how I actually designed this shirt for her. Hey, Kathy. All right, cool. So let me start by bringing up Embroidery. So that way you guys can see all the steps that I do in order to make the shirt. But she's going to get this shirt anyway because she could use his pajamas or something like that. Supposedly, the way I spelled it, she says it means it stinks or something like that. Like, so I'm kind of like, okay. So notification just in that. Oh, thanks, Shayna. Appreciate it. So I am going to go ahead. I'm going to launch in Brilliance, and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to fix this, okay? So let me add this to the stream right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to in Brilliance, and I am going to open up the file that has this this file for her. Now, give me a minute because I need to find it. And I believe I have it under downloads. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. I think it was, yep, there it is. Nope, that's an old one. I think this one's it. Yes, it is. This is her shirt. Okay, so this is the one that I designed. I'm going to open it up. And here you go. You see it. And let me make this little screen a little bigger. And as you can see, she wants 2 L's. So this is really a really quick fix. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to click on this part, and I'm just going to add the extra L on there and hit enter. And as you can see, it automatically came up. Now, it did change the color. That's okay. And I'm going to move this over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the color now to the teal green. Oop. Okay, that didn't work very well. I'm going to do undo. I want to do undo because I don't want to change the whole thing. So, okay, let's try this again. I'm going to hit the teal color. Where is the teal color? There it is, teal green. Hit okay. There you go. One of the things that I like to do also is someone had asked me about how do you make the fonts thicker when you are creating the fonts in your Brilliance file. In your embroidery file. What you do is if you go over here and look at my mouse where I move it and you click it on stitch, click there and you'll see the comp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase it because I always like to increase it to like 2 or 3. So I'm going to increase it. And as I increase it, look at the fonts. As a matter of fact, I'll increase it more so you can see. Look how thick it gets. See? It gets thicker. I'm at the 12. So now I'm going to go back because I want it to be at like 2 or 3. So I think that's good enough. I want to make sure the W is also, the W is at 3. So maybe I should move this at 3 too. Oh, got that at 4. Okay, 3. Okay, that looks good. All right, the rest of the file looks good. I do want to make this a little smaller. So, and for you guys that are wondering the size of the hoop that I have right now, I believe I'm using a 9x9, but let me make sure. No, I'm using a 12x18. I actually want a 9x9. I actually want an 8x8. So let me hit apply. Okay. And I see that it's way too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this stuff a little bit because I want to fit this in the hoop. So I'm going to make this smaller. Okay. That explains a lot because when I first did this, I had a lot of issues with it. So, okay, Fabulous is in there. The 85 is good. I could see this. I should move it over a little bit. Maybe I should move this. Oops, I'm moving the N. Okay, let me move the whole word. And I'm going to just move it with pointer. And I'm going to put it over. I mean, this is cute like this. And stuff. Oh, I think I hit too much. Okay. All right, so Wella. I'm going to make Wella with double L. I'm going to make it smaller. She wants her double L, and I'm going to have to make it smaller too because it's not going to fit in the hoop. Now, this is a rule of thumb also that you guys should think about. I always put like a box, you know, like an inch away from the top of the hoop because you don't want to get it too close. You never want your needles to get too close to the edge of the machine. So let me make this a little smaller too. I think the 85 is what really should stick out anyway. It's the age. We need to show off that age. Okay, and then this, I think I will, if I put it here, move that a little closer. There you go. All right, guys. All right. What's your take on this? Hey, Sarah, how are you? Hey, Barbara. Hey, Ashley. I think this looks good. I think this will work. So I am going to now save this on my flash drive. Okay, because now this is done. So I think this is going to look really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do save as stitch and working. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flash drive that I have over here. I'm going to put it in here. Take all this stuff. You know, I always got a whole bunch of stuff connected to the computer. All right. So I just put my thing. Okay, there it is. And I'm going to name it Keep the New Shirt. Okay, and I'm going to put it over on the flash drive. And there we go. All right, so now I'm going to close in Brilliance. Okay, and I'm going to remove the thing, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to eject my my flash drive, and it is okay, cool. And then I'm going to take it over to my machine. Okay, and let's see if it pops up. And oh yeah, you guys can see my machine. So I'm going to pop it in. And for you guys that don't know, this is a Brother PR670E. It's a 6 needle machine. And let's bring it up. Let's see how it works. What did I call it? I called it Thipi New. Okay, Thipi New. All right, so it should be hopefully there. Got the S's. There it is, Thipi New Shirt. Click on that. And it looks good. Okay. All right, so I got it on here. I do have to do the colors and all that kind of stuff. We'll do that. But I wanted to show you guys how I use my hooping station, okay? This is a hooping station. It's by Hoopmaster. And I first got this when I got an order for 36 shirts for someone's business. And I was trying to hoop the shirts without using this, okay? He wanted the logo on the front, and he wanted it in a specific location. He also wanted his company name on the back. The thing is, the company name on the back was not a problem. However, though, to get every single shirt to be in the exact same position is kind of tricky if you don't have the hooping station. You could measure it, though. You can use rulers and stuff like that, but that's very, very time consuming. With this, it's very, very easy. And I'm using Mighty Hoops. Harmony did a video on Mighty Hoops and stuff, which was really, really good because she did a demonstration on a regular hoop versus a Mighty Hoop. I use Mighty Hoops also. This is the 8x9, okay? So I just pop the Mighty Hoop inside here. What I am going to do is I'm going to use a regular Calabanis shirt, okay? Let's see. What I should be doing is I should have, let me put the heat press on. Oh, I'm a little disorganized, guys. I should have prepped the shirt. Okay, so I want to use no-show stabilizer on her shirt, which is this. I like the no-show stabilizers. And I could have sworn I had some down here. I don't. Okay, so let me cut out the shirt. I mean, not the shirt. I'm not cutting out the shirt. I'm cutting out the stabilizer. And then what I'm going to do is I got the heat press on. And I'm going to, this shirt is a V-neck, but I don't have another shirt in that size. So I'm just going to do a crew neck for her. So I'm going to turn this upside down. And I'm going to put a, I want to put no-show stabilizer. That's what I want to do. I want to use that. And as a matter of fact, didn't I have some that was cut out? I could have sworn I did. And yes, I do. Could have used that. Let me see. All right. So I hope you guys are doing good today. I had a pretty good day. I will tell you this. I'm getting real tired of making towels. I've been doing a lot of towels for Mother's Day. We should get the lighting, better lighting here too. I don't have too good of lighting in here. I'm going to put this on the heat press, and I'm going to press my, I'm going to move this around. I'm going to press the stabilizer to the shirt. And I could use cutaway, but the cutaway that I have is very, very thick. It's a heavy cutaway. And because the shirt is thin, I don't think that it's going to look right. You know, so I'm kind of like, I'm not feeling that. So I'm not going to do that. And this is leftover stabilizer that I have. I always save my stabilizer. So if you guys ever like have little pieces of stabilizer, it's a good idea to just don't throw them out, because sometimes you'll have little small projects that you get later on and you don't want to like waste stabilizer. So what I usually do is whenever I have stabilizer and I have to cut it a certain way and I have little leftovers, I just clip them together. And then that way, if I ever have a project, I could always go to this batch first. And if it works, I use it. If not, then it's okay. But I keep looking at this because I'm wondering if this would work. And it won't. It's not enough stabilizer. So with that being said, I'm going to cut some fresh stabilizer for my aunt. And I'm just going to cut that. I'm using pinky smears, my rotary cutter with pinky smears. I like using this for some reason to cut my stabilizer. I think it's, you know, it works for me. This is no-show mesh that has the adhesive on it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut about 10 inches. And I'm using my cutting mat to measure to make sure I'm cutting 10. And I'm going to do 2 because I use one as a stabilizer. And then once I am done, I'm going to use it to cover the stitches. Because what happens, you know, you can use this as like tender touch. You know, same thing, just do it over the stitches. The reason why I do that is because then when the person's wearing the shirt, it's going to be a lot, you know, it's going to be itchy. So you don't want that. So unfortunately, I didn't have this on. Now, I always put the stabilizer like 4 inches underneath the collar, okay? So that's got to heat up. Man, that sucks. Okay, that's fine. But while that's going, I would like to ask you guys something because you guys are watching. I did not have the same fabric that I did on this one. So I have to change out the fabric. And I have 2. So I need a vote. Hey, Harmony, how are you doing? Hey, look. Hey, Lucy. Hey, SW. I need a vote because I'm going to use the same color threads as these, but I don't have the same fabric that I had before. I mean, I can't find it, you know, even though I'm looking, but I can't find it. So I'm like, which one? The blue or the purple? Which ones you guys like for the number 85? Guys, tell me something. Hey, Kelsey. Hi, girl. I took the plunge of what we talked about. You go, girl. You know what? I took the plunge too. I'll text you later. Hey, Mia from Canada. Purple. Okay, Tracy D said purple. All right, so she answered. Okay. Oh, I like the blue. The blue, the purple, the light color, the purple. Oh, man. Okay. All right, how many purples? We got 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, well. All right, let's do this. You know the outline is going to be, oh, it's going to be pink. It's not even going to be purple. So, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Oh, but then Wella's blue. That's purple. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, the light color. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do the light color. You know why? Because if I do the purple, what's going to happen is I think the outline is not going to show as much. It's going to get lost with the color. So I'm going to go with the light blue because if I use the light blue, then I feel like the edging of the number is going to look better. So I'm going to do that. So, all right. So when as you know, the 85 is an applique. Okay. Applique is 3 steps. That means the machine's going to do the placement stitch where you're going to put down the fabric. Then it's going to do a tack down stitch where you cut the fabric. And then it's going to do the final stitch. Okay. So when you do fabric like this, okay, the best thing to do, you don't just go ahead and put that on the shirt. What I usually do is I cut the fabric, and then what I do is I put heat and bond underneath. So I have a piece of heat and bond. So when I put this on there, I'm also going to put the heat and bond on the fabric so we can do everything in one swoop. And I'm going to show you how to do the heat and bond because I screwed it up the first time that I did heat and bond. I mean, it was like real. I was like, okay, I learned not to do that because apparently with heat and bond, you have to wait for it to set. And I didn't do that. So I got a piece of this fabric. I'm going to put this here. And, all right, so this is at 245. I think it's good. All right, so I'm going to press this. Let me make sure I got the right side. Always make sure you got the shiny side down. Okay, and I'm going to put that in there. Just heat this baby. I should have put the Teflon sheet. What are you gonna do? You know, sometimes you just. All right, now this is the heat and bond, and the lighting is so bad. Let me put it this way. Okay, I hope you guys can see. Okay, this is the heat and bond. I use heat and bond light, and I know this is gonna be one of those real funky videos. Oh, it's done. All right. See what I love about the heat press? Man, that thing put that in there so crisp. Love it. I just love it. No problems. Okay. So now, let me hoop this. I'm going to turn this inside out. Okay, the front is stabilized already. Okay. Now I'm going to take this, put this in my thing. Okay, now, one thing I do want to do, I'm going to put tearaway stabilizer. Just in case. Because remember, I could tear that away, but the other stabilizer is on there. So I'm going to take this tearaway stabilizer. I'm going to put this on there just to give it a little extra stabilization. And then I'm going to put this on. So straight 4 inches. Yep. Yep. Oop. Perfect. Done. Love it. Okay, so then I just take this. I'm going to put this on the machine. Just snap it on. Now, let me move this over. One thing that's very important. Open this up. Put your hand in here. Make sure that the neckline isn't stuck there, because if it is, forget about it. You're gonna sew the back to the front. So the neck, you got to make sure that it is. So I always put my hand in there and make sure that there's no material on here. Okay, so I always do that. So I have that. That's good. Go here. All right, now I have to, I'm going to, hold on. You know, I'm a mess. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this on the fabric, the heat and bond, and I got to cut some of it off because I don't want it to get on my thing. You know, my, okay. So I'm just going to put this here. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit, not a lot. Okay, that's good enough. There you go. Okay. Let me turn this off. Whew. That takes a lot of the electricity out of the room. Okay, now, see, I just put it for a couple of seconds. Then what you do is just let it cool a little bit, you know, let it cool. And then you can take this and then you peel it off. And then, I don't know if you can see, but there's the sticky stuff. You'll see it right on the fabric. So you just peel it off. And see the sticky stuff? Then this is good to go. So I'm going to cut this in half, and this should be enough for the 8 and the number 5. All right, so now comes the hard part, because now I got to set the machine, because I was hoping to have this presetted. But, and I'm using metallic thread. I got hooked on metallic thread. So the gold and the silver is metallic. So what I'm going to do here is, this is the tack down stitch. The tack down stitch, I'm going to say that it's I'm going to put black, but I'm not putting black. It's actually going to be that white thread over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trick the machine into thinking that there's black thread on the number 3 needle when there's actually white. And then this is the okay, the placement stitch, the tack down stitch, and then this, the hot pink, is going to be the satin stitch. That's for the number 8. The same thing with the number 5. I'm going to do the black, and then I'm going to do hot pink. Then the gold is the number 2, okay? And then it's going back to the hot pink for the number 5. There it is, hot pink, okay? I know that this could look confusing, but trust me, when you have a multi-needle machine, you'll learn it. You will learn it, trust me. Okay, this is the red. You pick the red. This is going to be gold. I'm going to pick my gold. This is going to be the pink. I'm going to pick the hot pink, because I don't want any light pink. This is going to be my hot pink. This is going to be my silver metallic thread. Okay. My gold. My Tiffany blue, which I will pick this one right here. And I know where the Tiffany blue is. I have that on number 5. This will be my gold. And here's my purple. Okay, when it comes to the purple, I'm going to have to change, because I only got 6 needles and there's like 7. So then I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit end. All right, so if anything I get out of this video is I want to show you guys exactly how you do applique, okay? Now, when you have a multi-needle machine, one of the things that I always do, and I do this religiously, I don't care how many times you have stitched out a certain design, when you're rehooping and all that kind of stuff and everything, always trace your area. You want to make sure that your needle does not hit the edge of your hoop, because you break your needle and you don't want to damage your machine. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a trace. And right now, this machine has a laser, and it shows me exactly where it's going to be stitching. And it is not even close to the edge of my thing. So I'm good. Okay, cool. Now I got to make sure that I'm properly threaded. Okay, so threading a machine is it's a pain. So I have to thread each one. Here's the first one. Okay, because I tried to put my stuff in there. And you know what? I have another camera. I'm going to take this camera. Let me put it closer here so that way you guys can see how I'm threading. Okay, so let me see. I'm I'm going to add this camera on here, okay? Hey, Beth. Hey, Maritza. Okay, I'm going to add this. Oh, the lighting. Lighting isn't that great. I'm sorry, guys. I was kind of hoping. Let me see. It's a little better. Okay. It works a little bit. Okay. But, all right, so I'm going to, oh, let's see. Okay. I threaded that. I have to thread number 2. Every time you hit thread, you got to go through. And this is number 2. Okay, I'm going to the 3rd one. And, nope, 3rd one's white. And it was already threaded. Oh, man. Okay. You know, it's really hard when you're doing these things live because anything that goes wrong, you guys gotta see it. So it's like, okay, so this is the pink. And what I am doing, I don't know if you guys see this, is you tie a knot with the old color and you put in the new color and then you just tie a knot and then you just pull it through. Okay, so I'm on number 4. And I didn't pull it enough. There we go. Number 5. This is my aqua. I hope her shirt doesn't come out all jacked up. Because she'll be like, she'll be laughing at me. She'll be like, oh, it's your dad. Okay. And I picked the wrong color over there too. So okay, and then red, I already got red threaded. Okay. Now, right away, I can see right here, see I have picked, oh, you can't see nothing. Let me see. There you go. There you go. All right, so here you can see that I picked 85 and 86, so that's kind of wrong. So I have to fix this. So the way I do is you hit return, cancel it, edit here, go around here. Let me see, where did I pick the 85? Right here. I want that to be 86. There you go. All right, so I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit the end edit. I'm going to hit embroider. Okay, I got my white, my silver metallic, my gold. The black is really a trick. It's really white. I have the hot pink there. I have my Tiffany blue and I have my red. I'm good to go. I'm going to hit OK. All right, so let me see. Can you guys see? Oh, I don't think you guys can see. All right, hold on. Let's see. Put that here. Bear with me, guys. Let me see. I really want to. I don't have the room for the industrial. Don't make room. Push people out of the way, Cindy. You know, just push people out of the way. That's I ain't gonna say that's what I did because I couldn't do it, you know. All right, so all right, I'm gonna start. This is my tack down stitch, okay? And this is the white thread. You guys not seeing it. Okay. Hold on. Oh no, it's continuing. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can get it so you guys can see. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hold. Let me see. Is it no? That's terrible. All right, well, don't worry. Look, when I take it out of the machine, I will show you guys, okay? Man. Okay. The lighting is bad. All right. Okay, well, all right, guys. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going because it finished the number 8, but it has to finish this little small holes of the 8. Okay. Now, the first stitch is the placement stitch. So all it did was it did the number 8 on the shirt. So now you're going to take this, okay, and you're going to put it on top of the number 8, okay? And now I'm going to stitch it again. This is the tack down. And be careful with your fingers. I use chopsticks. There you go. I hope you guys can see. Can you? I think you can see a little bit. I'm gonna take it out of the machine soon. And we're gonna go to the table. All right, so all right, I'm gonna move this over here. Okay. This is a mess, you know? Okay. I'm going to the cutting table here. Can you guys see? Yeah, I think you guys can see. All right, I didn't need this. And this is the other stabilizer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it out of the machine. Okay? And you don't unhoop. You see everything? No, you don't. Man, I really needed a camera to do this. Carnito went rock climbing. It's like, okay. All right, so I am going to look for my scissors here. Where's my duck scissors? These are good for applique. Just take it and you cut it around. And you know what I like about the applique? It lifts the fabric so that you can cut very close to the stitches and you're not cutting the stitches. So, cutting number 8 around. So, I have to admit, I kind of like doing appliques because I feel like when you're cutting the fabric, it's relaxing. That's how I just feel about it. Let me get all this stuff out of right here. And I love my new craft table because, as you can see, I get to move it around the room with me and stuff. So, yeah, just trying to get every little corner And then you have the problem with the number 8 too is you got to do the inside. You got to be careful with that. You want to lift the fabric, but you don't want to cut the shirt. So be very careful. And I usually use an embroidery scissor. And then I do the other circle. Sometimes you can pop a hole before you place down the fabric to make it a little easier. Some people do that. And I can't find my other scissors. You can never find what you're looking for when you need it. Here's my other round scissors. These are the ginger ones. I was looking for the plastic ones, but I don't know where I put it. I hope I don't cut the shirt, because then we'll all be laughing. We'd be like, dang, she messed that up. So, no, but so far I'm doing okay. So now I gotta cut the little circles out. And appliques are fun to do. Now, one of the things that I do like about the applique too is because you have the fabric, you're not wasting a lot of thread, because remember, the fabric is kind of like to help fill in the space. So it's not that bad, you know. It's like, to me, I feel like it's a way for you to save on fabric by using appliques, because if you didn't do this, then you would have to fill all this space with embroidery thread. You know, so in a way, it is a cheaper way to do designs on shirts. So, but, you know, if anything out of this video, one of the things that I hope is when people are looking at this video, they think about all the work that it takes to get this stuff done. So here's the 8. Okay? Nice and crisp. And now what it's going to do, it's going to do the satin stitch. So let's go back to this machine here. Is it this way? Yeah, I'm doing it right. Okay, let me put it this way over here. Now, put it back. Now, a classic mistake. When you put it back, there have been times I put it and I didn't check underneath. Check underneath. Make sure that that space is clear. And take out any excess fabric. So, this all out. Okay, now back. Now it's going to do the satin stitch, okay? So it's going to go around the whole 8. And pull this out. Hold the camera a little bit so you guys can see. You can't see that. There you go. There's the satin stitch. See it? So Oh, you can't see it. There you go. The lighting. Alright guys, so you guys have an idea. I mean, let me take it out because I don't think it's gonna, you guys know how it works. So, when it's done stitching, then I'll pull it out and show it to you guys. Okay? But you guys, doing fine, Jeanette. Yeah, no, you know, doing lives can be very, very, very tricky. And the lighting here doesn't work. That's why I can't wait for my son to join me so that he could help me with the camera and stuff. And I'm gonna miss him because he's gonna be going away to college. And I'm hoping that the Etsy shop and everything really takes off because that's the money that I'm going to use to pay for his dorm. Because I don't want him graduating with any type of college debt if I can help it. So, you know. But, yeah, and he's going to be in college for quite some time. Because, you know, he wants to go to medical school. So, I got to help him make that dream come true. Is your ceiling light on? Yes, Kathy, it is. It is. But I have one of those LED lights and stuff, so it doesn't light too much and stuff. So, you know, let's see. Oops. Leave the camera there, but just face it a little bit down, just so. Harmony. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard when you have the little camera thing. And this is my iPhone, so I'm trying to use my iPhone. And then, you know, I wanted you guys to see how to edit things in Brilliance. You know, so I wanted to show you that, and then I also want to show you Applique because I know sometimes Applique can get confusing. Oh. You know, I gotta check on it because sometimes what happens is the machine's going and then you forget and stuff. So as a matter of fact, let me do a reserve. I did a reserve stop because you could do a reserve stop on the machine. And then when I take it out, I'm gonna show you what the 8 looks like. And then you know, and then I'll do the 5. And stuff, and oh my God, I hear Mellow. And here's Mellow. And for you guys, Mellow got a haircut. You want to show everybody your haircut? Yes, he's old. You're old. Yes, I know. You're old. Yes, he got a haircut. Right, Boo Boo? Yes, you did. You got a haircut. Stop, Mellow. Okay. So, he was outside for quite some time with my husband. That was the 8. It's the number 8. Okay. You're not going to let me do this, are you? Alrighty. What do you have in your mouth? Oh, hold on 1 minute. Mellow, come here. What do you have in your mouth? Mellow, off. No, off. He did pass training. You did. You're the boy. Now leave that alone, please. Okay, thank you. Can you stop? Off. Alrighty, okay. Okay. Now, let me show you how the 8 looks. See? So it came out pretty good. Now, remember the areas where I was going to have some words? That's why it didn't stitch out too much there, because you're not going to want that anyway, because that's going to be covered with the words. So, you know, just wanted to show you guys. So now I'm going to put this back in. Did he just take something out of my desk? That dog, I tell you. Mello, come back. I think he stole something from my desk. That dog, I tell you. He messed up one of my favorite scissors. I was pissed. But hey, what are you gonna do? You know, it's a dog. Okay, so I'm gonna unlock it, and that's gonna do the same thing, same process. What it's gonna do right now, it does the placement stitch for the number 5. And then when it's done with the placement stitch for the number 5, I'm gonna put down fabric. And my chopsticks. So, okay, stopped it. Okay, I'm gonna put the number 5 down. I mean the fabric down. Put that down. Now I'm going to placement. And I love my chopsticks because this will save my fingers. And I just do that to smooth out the fabric. To make sure, give me that. Mellow. Sorry. No. Fred. He took one of my threads. Hold on. No, give me that. Drop it. This one didn't make it. Oh, shoot. All right, there goes that shirt. The metallic thread started, mellow. All right. The steam ripper. So now I'm going to rip out the steams. Oh, that dog. But I love him. I love the dog, even though he just messed up my threads. I tell you, this is just, okay. See, okay, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I can get all this stuff out, and then I can cut my fabric. That dog, I tell you, man, he a mess. I tell you, man, there is not a day that is boring. He ate my scissors, and, you know, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull it out from the top. I ain't going to worry about the inside. And I bet you I can get away with it. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to put the second camera on. Okay. And I'm going to put you at the table. And we are going to do this. I couldn't believe he took my thread. I tell you that dog is a trick. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to cut out the heart, the number 5. No, the duck scissors. So much easier when you use these scissors. You don't have to worry about, really, look at how fast when you have these scissors. These scissors are like so, they're worth it to me. Look at how quick. Man, it's like butter. Like bread and butter. All right. Yeah, it's really hard to do YouTube videos sometimes. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to, I'll figure it out somehow. To do YouTube videos when you have no cameraman. So I tell you, for those people that have somebody that can hold the camera for them and all that stuff, shoot, you guys are lucky. But, unfortunately, I don't have that. Hopefully, Carlito, because every time I tell him to hold it, he always says he got something to do. You better not do that. I'm going to ask him the next time. It's going to be a fight. I'm going to have to hit him with the chancleta. Spank him. Let me see. Can't believe Mello ate that thread. And thank God that it wasn't one that was full. Because then I really would have been mad. Because I'm like, that's a whole brand new spool. That spool was almost halfway done. So it's not that bad. I didn't use that much thread. Now with the little pointers, see what I don't like about using these scissors is that I don't want to cut the fabric. I use these. See, I hear him all over the place. That dog, I bet you he's in Carlito's room. I keep telling Carlito, don't leave your door open because Mello will go in. Because he is very, very curious and he's not shy. Okay. All right, let's try this and let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to cut as much as I can. Okay. All right. Oh, it's not finished. Shoot. Oh, can you guys see what I'm doing? I hope you guys can. Because I'm over here trying to sometimes some of these numbers can be kind of hard to get, which I'm sure those that do the birthday shirts probably love. The number 1, the number 7 is probably real easy to cut. The number 7 is probably easy to cut, or the number 3, or the 2. And you want to really cut as close to the stitch as you can, because what happens is then sometimes the satin stitch won't cover over it. All right, guys. All right, that's it. That's as best as I can do. Let's see what happens. I'm going to put it in the machine right now. And let's see. Man, this is the last shirt I got. If I can't make this shirt work, so I'll just let me take that out. Because I don't have another shirt. I have to go to the store and buy another shirt. I just can't believe he did that. He took my thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna start the satin shirts. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start the satin stitch all over again. So let's go back. Okay. Oops. Okay, that was the pink. I'm just gonna go for it. That's it. I'm just gonna go for it. It is what it is. I mean, whatever. Okay. So I'm telling you guys, this is we gotta be creative with the camera work. I know Harmony. It's not, you know, and it's funny because sometimes you hear some people have like multiple cameras all over the place, and I'm kind of like, that could get kind of pricey, you know, buying all these cameras and stuff. Hey, Angela. So it's like, you know, what you gonna do? But I can't believe, look at this. There is no way. Well, no, there's no way. I'm not using this. It's gonna be garbage now. I can't use that. He slobbered all over it. That dog. Ah, this was my favorite color too, 406. That's the ones that I use for my towels. But let me show you the towel that I did for my aunt. Along with the shirt, I'm gonna send her this. So I did it with her name. We call her Panchi, but I think her real name is Francisca. So I don't know how it is, but in my family, it's like everybody's got a nickname. And I grew up learning all the nicknames. And then I find out later on in life that their nicknames were never really their real names. So it's kind of funny because sometimes you just don't know what people's names are, you know? You really don't. So it's like, ugh. I would be good thing you know how to. Oh my God. Yeah, well, you know what, Lucy? You get used to the machine. As time goes on, believe me. And I'm still learning. Even like with the single needle machine, I'm still learning with that machine. And every time I learn something new, I try to share it with you guys. This machine, I'm learning still. I learned, it took me a couple of weeks. And I know Harmony is trying to do you know, the hats. It took me several weeks to figure out the hats. I had just trying to, oh, Pancha. You know, I hope she doesn't tell me that I spelled her name wrong, Harmony, because it's Pancha or Panchi. My mother told me this is how she spells it. So if this comes out wrong, I'm going to blame my mother, okay? I mean, and it's like, but, yeah, you never know who's who. Hey, Kevin, how are you? So I got the machine now going. It is doing the metallic thread, okay, the gold metallic thread. And I'm going to be honest, you can't even tell the mistake. So hopefully when this comes off the machine, it's going to be like golden. And it's going to work out, I hope. But I don't think I needed blue for that shirt. No, I needed purple. Oh, because that dog, I can't believe he did that. I knew that he had something in his mouth, and he got my blue thread. So this is just going to have to go in the garbage because I can't use it. So, oh well. Yeah, but Lucy, the Puerto Rican flag, I got it off in embroiderydesigns.com. Just type Puerto Rico, and you're gonna see a whole bunch of different designs. They even have like the little frog, the coquí. My mother was telling me that I should do something with the pernil, which is the pig that we roast the pig, but I can't find that embroidery design anywhere and stuff. So, you know, but oh yeah, guys, make sure you get yourselves cheap chopsticks or whatever. Don't use your fingers. Use this, and you know, you don't want an accident because that's like, that'll hurt. El pilón también. El pilón I got off of, I think I did get it off of Embroidery Designs. I believe so. I haven't tried the metallic thread since I was having so much time bumped out. Yeah, don't okay, I did one hat, came out pretty good. I did have some issues. It wasn't bad as I thought. I might have to get everything digitized for hats though. Yes, well, Harmony, one of the things that I've done is I use in an Embroidery, you know, where you have the hat hoop. I select the hat hoop and then I do the design in there, and I make sure that it fits in that hat hoop, and then I put it on the machine. So far, I have had a lot of luck with that. But when I watch John Deere, one of the things that he does say is that you should always get the file digitized for hats. So whenever you get a file digitized, you should actually tell the digitizer what you're actually using that file for. So yeah, I totally agree. But that worked for me because I have the hat that says Latina on it. I'm done the one that does Black Lives Matter. You know, I even got one with the Puerto Rican flag on it that says Boricua on it, and I didn't have those files digitized for the hats. All I did was make sure that it fit inside the hat hoop. It is brilliant, and then it stitched out okay. But I've had problems with learning how to put in the hat driver on the machine. It is very tricky. And then it's not just putting in the hat driver. You have to make sure that you're hooping your hat correctly. And then after you hoop the hat correctly, you got to make sure that you snap the hat correctly to the driver to the machine. So it's a process. It really is a process. And you know what's funny is, you know, one of the things that I was thinking about, because I was thinking, when you're making these shirts, right? I've been going on Etsy and I've been looking at a lot of the birthday shirts, and a lot of people are selling them dirt cheap. I mean, they're like selling them for like $15 and stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, that's why I never got into it, because my whole thing is, this is a lot of work. You know, I mean, you know, I just designed. Okay, it's doing the hearts. Okay, it's going good. You got to keep an eye out on it. So far, it's coming out pretty good. You know, it's like, first of all, you got to design the shirt, right? And even after you design the shirt, and let's say you sell them, you still have to make modifications to the design, because you have to adjust it, especially if you're personalizing it to the person's name, right? So that takes time to do also. So and after you do that, then it's hooping the shirt, and then also applique takes time. And it, you know, this design takes 48 minutes to do the whole thing. So I'm not, you know, to sell a shirt that cheap. I mean, think about all the material that you use, the stabilizer, the time that you took to have to babysit that machine. And what happens when you mess up a machine? I mean, mess up a shirt. Then you got to throw that shirt away. Then you got to get another shirt. You got to do the whole thing all over again. And then for $15, nah. You know what? I'd rather not sell. That's how I see it. That's just me. You got to know your worth. You got to know your worth. And don't let people cut you down either, you know, especially when you're pricing stuff and everything, and people ask you how much. Tell them how much it is. If they don't like it, then they don't buy it. That's it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Let's go. And we see. You guys got questions? Let me know. I'm glad I'm not the only one that makes mistakes like this. Angela, I made so many mistakes. It's not even funny. And I always take a peek to make sure that I got that shirt, you know, that it doesn't, because you know how many times I've embroidered a shirt, right? And it's on the machine. for like an hour, right? Then I take it out and I sewed the back of the shirt to the front of the shirt. And I'm like, whoa, I'm pissed, you know? I'm like, you know, it's like, and you can't blame nobody but you because you should have checked it. And I didn't check it. So it's like, so I just get like pissed off and everything. So it's like, oh boy. I wouldn't do a shirt. Yep, I wouldn't do it either. Not for no 15, but I'm telling you, check on Etsy and you're gonna see a lot of people, they're selling their shirts because it's saturated. That's what's happening, is that now it's like really, really saturated. A lot of people want to buy, and of course as a customer, right, if I was buying something and I was looking for a birthday shirt, and you know, if you really think about it, right, you get a kid a shirt, you want the shirt to be cute, but how long is that kid going to be 5 years old? For only a year. So after the child isn't 5 years old anymore and they're 6, they're not going to want to wear that shirt anymore. They're going to be like, they're going to be like, I want a 6-year-old shirt or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like, it's very saturated. So I know if I was the mom and I was buying Calito a shirt and Calito was 5 years old, I would be like, oh, so where's the cheapest one? Because I only need it for 1 day. And if it lasts more than 1 day, good. And then I've also seen some reviews of some folks that have bought the shirts, right? And the person didn't use cutaway or no-show mesh on the shirt. They used tearaway. And I remember a lady, I'll never forget that review that I read. She gave the person a 1 star, right? And you could tell the person did a lot of work on their shop, right? Because they had some really nice designs. But she said, it's only good for 1 day. And she gave it a 1 star. And she said that after she took it out of the wash, it crumbled up. Which, of course, it's going to crumble up because, you use tearaway to tearaway dissolve. But, I kind of like, I'm going to be honest, I felt bad for that person, that had that shop. Because I was like, damn, I could just... to me, imagine all the work that person put in to try to do the shirt for the lady. Now it's doing the other metallic thread. Now it's the silver metallic thread. And I slowed down the machine to 500 stitches per minute. And I like that because it doesn't break on me. It does not break. I'm telling you, I have not had... Well, if you think about it, since we started this life, I haven't had a thread break yet, And there have been times when the thread just breaks. So, what stabilizer did you use on the shirt? I used, hey Marissa, I used the no-show stabilizer with the adhesive. And then what I did was before, I hooped it, I took the shirt, and if you watch the replay of this, you'll see it. You might want to fast forward a little bit because the video's a little chunky because I'm doing this live. So what it is I took the shirt, I turned it inside out. I put the no-show mesh. I used just 10 inches, and I used my heat press to press the no-show mesh on there. Now, what I also did was to give it a little more stabilization. I also put tearaway behind it, okay? But the tearaway I'm going to tear off. The only reason why I did the tearaway in addition to the no-show mesh is because I just wanted that extra, stabilization for when I'm embroidering. After embroidering, I can tear it away, and even if it dissolves in the wash, it's okay because I have the no-show mesh still stuck to the shirt. So it's good. It's not a problem. So that's why I did that. Knock on wood. Yep, knock on wood. It's so far no tearing away or anything. And I'm gonna be honest, the shirt looks good. I don't think you could see that little error that occurred when I had to run off and chase Mello because he took my thread. And he's probably sitting right outside the door because I closed the door to the sewing room. Usually, you know, sometimes I'll have him in here, but when he gets in those little crazy moods, I have to like, she's got to go, you know, and stuff. Well, dang, I missed the first part. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, but you know what? You could always watch the replay, Tammy. Don't worry. And stuff. What I just want to do is this video is like, you know, I had to fix her shirt, and I just want to show everybody the whole process and stuff of what it takes to do the shirt and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, do it from start to finish. And also give people an idea of the amount of time and effort that it takes to do these shirts. You know, these are not things that just pop out. And you know, and the thing is, you know, going back to the pricing thing, people sometimes they don't want to pay. They just don't want to pay. But when they don't want to pay, I just tell them, okay, you can go and buy one of those $15 shirts and good luck, you know. But I don't do the shirts. I don't do the shirts. Now, I have started to do some shirts. Let's see. Back to the gold. Okay, it's doing gold again. Okay, yeah. Okay, now it's using the gold metallic. Not one thread break. Oh my God. This is cool. Okay. This usually never happens. But anyway, man, what was I saying? Oh, the pricing. Well, I don't do the shirts, but you know, in my family, you know, my mom, she's gonna turn 82 this year. My aunt's turning 85. So, you know, a lot about my uncles, my aunts, you know, they're getting up there, right? You know, and you know, I think once you hit like 70, I know it's sad to say, and people probably be pissed off that I say it because I even say it about myself, and I'm over 50, is I tell people, ooh, we on borrowed time because now it's like you never know, right? So I like to enjoy the years, and I thought this would be really cool for the older generation. Hey, Robin, I'm making dresses for the Samara purse. What stabilizer should I use? These dresses will go all over the country. I also do use, okay, if you're making dresses, Robin, cutaway. I would use cutaway. Tanya will be 54 and I'll be 53 this year. You know, you stop counting after you hit like 50. Then it's like people ask you how old you are and you're like, whatever. I mean, I know I made it another year. I'm somewhere in there, you know. But ask me what my retirement date is, and I know exactly that date. It's March 13th, 2026 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to take my purse, leave that office. Nobody's going to see me again. They're going to have to look for me in the sewing room because I'm going to be in here full time. You're welcome, Robin. And the reason why I say cutaway, Robin, is so that you know, anytime you are using stuff, this is just my rule of thumb, okay? Because, you know, sewing and embroidery, so many different methods. People have different ways of doing things. If you wear it, use cutaway. And the reason why I say that is because, remember, clothes go in the washing machine a lot, okay? Especially if what you make becomes like their favorite shirt or their favorite dress or their favorite anything, right? If they're wearing it, they're going to be wearing it a lot. If they're going to be wearing it a lot, they're going to be washing it a lot. So you're going to want the stabilizer to really be in there to make sure that the embroidery stays intact. So you look good for a fit. Sarah is Oil of Olay. I don't know if y'all remember that. I don't know if they still sell that. But I think they probably have it. But I remember Oil of Olay used to have those commercials and stuff. So, yeah, in my family, it's like everybody's got young faces and stuff, you know. Like, you would have seen my mom. You wouldn't even know that she was in her 80s. She looks really good. She's very fit, too. She makes sure she lets me know whenever I see her. Because every time she sees me, she always goes, oh, you get a little chubby. And I'm like, but I love the old lady. Yeah, I know it's true. So what metallic are you using? Hey, Feb, I'm using the Ken Star, and that was actually recommended to me by Harmony. I also do have other metallic threads, and I did a video on different brands of metallic thread on the SC1900, and I'm gonna be honest, all the metallic thread works really, really well. The only difference that I really, with Ken Star that I like is when you look at the metallic thread can feel very wiry, right? But with the Ken Star, for some reason, you could tell it's not like your regular the other thread, embroidery thread, like the poly or anything like that. It does feel different, but it feels more flexible, and it just feels it doesn't feel as wiry and as rough as the other brands. So the Ken Star metallic thread, I could see why people really like that thread a lot, because it's just the way it feels. So I recommend that thread. I mean, I have the other ones, and I am going to use them because I bought them, so I might as well. But if I have to rebuy metallic thread, I want to use Ken Star. I don't want to use the other ones, because the other ones are okay, but the Ken Star, for me, it just felt better and stuff. And it's still going. So right now, what it's doing, wow, it looks beautiful. It did the 85, and right now it's saying Wella. And then after that, then it'll type the words. And when it does the words, I'll take it out when it's all done, and I'll show you guys. It's coming out really good. Hey, Juanita, I have 4 grandchildren and loving it. You know, I don't have any grandchildren yet. And I don't think I'm going to have any for a while, because, like I said, Carlito, he turns, my son, Carlito's my only son, he turns 21 this year. And, you know, for those that don't know, I was a single mom for a long time. You know, it was just me and my boy until I met Fred. And when I met Fred, Carlito was about, I think, 11, 12 years old. And he's a great stepfather and stuff. So, but, you know, it's always been, you know, me and my boy. So, well, he's my man now. He's a man. He's grown. He's going to turn 21 this year. But it's going to be bittersweet because, you know, he's going to community college right now because he wasn't sure what he wanted to do. And I didn't want to rush him. I feel, you know, me personally, I just feel like people rush people, you know, kids when they graduate high school and say, go pick a career and do something with your life. But I did warn him also that I said, you know, make sure you don't take up too much time, because one or two things going to happen. Either you pick a career or life's going to pick it for you. And I am going to retire in 2026. So, you know, think about that. So he decided on going to medical school. So now I'm really proud. I'm like, oh, that's like so cool, because, you know, you're going to help other people, you know. He wants to go into sports medicine. So he's going to go to VCU. That's the plan. He's going to go to VCU. So now I'm like, okay, so now I really got to hustle, try to get more subscribers to my channel, and see if I could get more items on this Etsy shop and everything. Because I did do the $529, so his college tuition is paid, but I still got to pay for his dorm and, you know, room and board. And I was looking that up, and boy, that's gonna cost some money, you know. So, and I do not want him graduating with debt at all and stuff. Let me see. I have to reduce tension on my 6-needle machine using metallic. Yes, Fed, what I did was I just reduced the speed. I took, for the needles that are running the metallic thread, I took the speed down to 500. Okay, that's what I did. So, oh, I'm gonna be 69 and first-time grandmother this September. Oh, Lucy, oh, you know what? You're gonna be sewing things like crazy for the first grandbaby. And so, I probably am going to be in your boat because the way my son is going, I'll probably be like 70 or 75 before I first have a grandbaby. You know, so I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, I do know one thing for sure. I want to babysit my grandkids if he would allow me to. I would love to do that. Because why pay daycare? Because I remember when my son was little, I had to pay daycare, and that was a lot. Barb's got 8 grandkiddos, 18 months to 20 years old. They're a blessing. Yeah, that's what everybody tells me. That they are, you know. See, I never had grandparents, so. See, now it's the metallic thread again. So it's at 500 speed. So, Fed, if you change it to 500 speed, you'll be fine. And stuff. Oh, the Ken Star. Yes, all brands. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Harmony got it. Yep. Yeah. And you know, metallic thread, I found it a little, it is pricier than the other thread that I normally get, but I have to admit, I do like the metallic thread. For the longest, I didn't try it because of fear. You know, I was like, oh, it's going to mess up my products, this, that, whatever. But then I did the video. I said, you know what, let me just do it. So I bought a bunch of different types of brands, and then I took just one piece of fabric, and I did, you know, a letter. I think I did by letter J, and I did all the different brands, and it came out really good. And now I'm hooked and stuff. And Harmony was the one that pushed me to do it. So age is just a number. Yes, Miss Brown, it sure is. It sure is. Yep. It's really how you feel and how you look at life. You know? I mean, I don't know. I just like to be happy. That's just me. And stuff. So as you can see, even when you hear the machine, right, you could tell the difference in the speed when you hear it and stuff. So it's doing the words now, the is and the and then it's going to say fabulous, and then it will be done. We'll be done. We'll have it. And then what I will do is I'm going to use, you know how sometimes you use Tender Touch for the back of the shirt for kids? Well, what I do in that is I'm going to use the no show, and I hope the dog didn't take that because I had it on the table. I think he took my no show, so I'm gonna have to cut another piece. That dog, I tell you, you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. Whenever I'm in here and stuff, I have. It's like sometimes I think I'm gonna go cross-eyed because I got one eye on the machine and then I got the other eye on that dog walking around. Because I'm like, he's sometimes sniffing at my fabrics and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, you gotta go. And I know right now he's just sitting outside there. Yeah, I think he wants to do the thing. And then what I'm just gonna do? Oh no, it's here. Is it? No. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I'll just have to cut another one. Yeah, I think. I don't know where I put it. All right, I'll just have to cut another one, and then if I find it later, hopefully he didn't grab it, because if he grabs it, it goes to the trash and stuff. So, but Mellow's a trip. Jeanette, I have metallic in everything I make for myself. And I see you are starting to be the same. Yes, I am. Now, I want to try metallic on the hats. And that's what I want to try to do. I think I will never do regular quilting again, just using the magnetic hoop and Juju's edge to edge. It was great. You know, I never got into quilting. Never. I never did quilting. I don't know why. I don't know. And I bet you if I started, I would like it and stuff. So, you know. But, you know, this whole embroidery and sewing thing, this is like my dream, right? Because this is what I want to do when I retire. So it's like I'm going to be retiring in 2026. So I figured from now till 2026, I should be pretty darn good at this. Oh, thread change. And I have to change it to number 3. So I can't find my purple, so I'm going to pick another purple. So I'm going to change this right now. Let me change this real quick. Oh, this is where the thing was. Okay. You tie it. Whenever you're changing it, you just tie a knot, and then you just pull it through, and it's very easy. So, there you go. And number 3, yep. There you go, done. See? That's why sometimes when I think about changing thread is not really that big of a deal. I mean, you do have to stop, and it is some time. But as you can see, it's not like it takes hours to do it. I mean, you know. So, and I put the purple in there. The shirt is almost done, guys. Almost done. Let's see. Hola a todos. ¿Habla español? Sí, yo hablo español. Hi, Haiti. ¿Cómo está? I did my first monogram beach towel today. It turns out great. I have 12 more to do for the family and the granddaughter. Hey, Mark, how are you? I'm so thankful for your channel. You really great, good advice. And oh, you're very welcome, Mark. I'm glad you like it. And you know, one of the things that I plan on doing is because I did a whole bunch of videos for the SC1900 is now I'm going to start doing videos on the multi-needle machine so that way I can go over all the functions and everything of the Brother S70E, 670E. It S. So anyway, y'all know my genetics. So anyway, you know, that way if anybody's out there that has this multi-needle machine, you know, because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times I even see this on, you know, on our Facebook group. People come and go, oh my God, I got the machine and now I'm scared. And I'm like, you got the machine, go for it. Go for it. If you make a mistake, big deal. It's not a problem. Because let me tell you something, I don't care how good you are, okay? You could be embroidering for years. If you think that the folks like John Deere and Eve, you know, from the Baby Booty, love her channel. I love Eve. My favorite ones to watch is Eve from the Baby Booty. And I love watching Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. Even though she doesn't do any embroidery, her thing is on quilting and sewing. But she has some really cute projects and stuff. And she's actually the one that taught me how to sew. Is Vanessa from the Crafty Gemini. I love her. So it's because of her that I took sewing. And then she, you know, she had little small projects in her videos. Very easy to follow, and I like the way she teaches. So I started doing all the stuff that, you know, she did. And I have, let me see. So I have it here. I don't think I do. Oh, well. Little pouches. She shows how to make little pouches, little coin purses, and all that kind of stuff. So I learned so much from her. And then from her, that's when I went to embroidery. And the first person that I was watching to learn about embroidery was Eve from the baby group. So if you guys haven't seen her channel, I would look her up because she's really, really good. And she does a lot of stuff. She does the embroidery, she does sublimation and all that kind of stuff. And she's really good. She really, really is good. I mean, you know, she taught me a lot about embroidery. So, and she's really, really nice. So those are my first, my two that I love. I love Vanessa and I love Eve. I think they're awesome. I love their channels and stuff. Now it's doing fabulous. You know, it's in the middle of fabulous. So pretty soon we're at the end and stuff. So, oh, and thank you, Tammy. If you like this live, please give it a thumbs up. I know that it's a little choppy with the camera and all that kind of stuff and everything. So, hey, the sewing teacher with Alyssa. Hey, baby. Those are some of my favorites also. Yeah, I love them. I really love them. Especially Vanessa. She, I never met her and I never talked to her or anything like that. But she really has some you can tell she's so passionate. And she even has like an online store and everything. And she really got me into the sewing and stuff. Now, she's really big with the Jujuki brand. And I looked into those, and I was even considering getting a Jujuki. But the thing is, I wanted the embroidery and sewing. And, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, cheap, you know. So when it came to the machine, I wasn't too sure because it was like going to be my first embroidery machine and everything. I chose to get the SC1900. Now, I'm going to be honest, though. When I bought that machine, I kind of got panicky. Because that was $1,000, and I was like telling my husband, "That's $1,000," you know. And he was like, "Buy it." That's one thing that I love about him. That's why I know I'm married, right? Because he's very, very, very supportive. So he was just like, "Hit the buy button, or I'll hit it for you," you know. So I got it, and then I got all nervous because I was kind of like, "How am I going to make that money back?" You know, but. Whoa, I got my first snag. Look at that. Okay. So it's on the purple. And yep. It got frayed. So, see? Yeah. Don't know if you guys can see it. See how it got frayed right there? See, it happens. You know, it gets frayed, and then it's like, and then when this usually happens, and even if it happens on your single needle machine, guys, usually what I always recommend is after you fix it, don't just hit the go button. Okay, I'm re-threading it right now. What I do is I go back a couple of stitches. Right? So I'll go back like 20. That's minus 10, 20. Let me go 10 more. It doesn't hurt. And then I hit OK. And let me check the bobbin. Oh, yeah. Bobbin's fine. There you go. Okay. Bobbin's fine. I want to make sure I have plenty. And then keep going. There you go. That's not bad. Just one snag. And we're almost towards the end. So that's not bad at all. I did pretty good in this shirt, you know, because usually there have been times when you get continuous snagging. And that's like, you know, one shirt that should have only took you like 45 minutes ends up taking you like 2 hours. Okay, so I spoke too soon. Segment 2. All right. Oh my God. No. That's okay. All right. What's going on? All right. It's all right. It's always a towards the end, guys. You believe that? Okay, let me get my threader. All right, let me stare at it. Maybe that'll work. There you go. And okay. Keep everything crossed, you know. Because we set the O, then it has to do the U and the S, and then we're done. My mess ups usually happen towards the end too. They always do. It's like you know, and then or it usually happens in the very middle, you know, but you just gotta push through it, just keep at it, don't give up. Because you gotta remember, I don't have another shirt, you know. So if this don't work, it's like I'll make her a towel that says 85, and I'll tell her, I'll say, okay, Titi, just put the towel on your shoulder like a box or something. You know, that's it. Put 85 on there, you know? Because then she'll be like, no tengo camisa. She's really going to like this towel. This towel came out really, really cute. This was a bestseller for me for Mother's Day. And I even had a couple of people ask for me to do it for Cuba. Because, you know, Cuba's the same flag. It's just the opposite colors, which that's not a problem. All you got to do is just switch the colors on the machine and stuff. But you know, my husband was like, you just missed the market because you could have put a listing for Puerto Rico and a listing for Cuba. And I'm like, you know what? He's right. I could have did that. But, you know, I'm like, oh, well. But, yep, now it's going to be you. It's almost done. And then I'm finished with the shirt. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send her the old one and the new one so she can pick whichever one she wants. And I'll send her the towel also. And then I was thinking about making her a mug with my logo on it so she could, you know, use it and stuff. So I'm going to try to do that and stuff. And Harmony, I tried to reduplicate your mask. It's not as nice as the one you made. You are the queen of masks. Well, the pattern that I used was the pattern that I usually have, but I used the fabric because I was trying not to use the one you made me because I don't want to mess it up or lose it. So I was like, let me see if I can duplicate it. That way I can, you know, if I have to lose something, let me lose the one that I made. Finish. Don't you just love that sound? Okay, here we go. Ooh, there you go. Final product. There you go. Wella, 2 L's, 85, came out good, and you don't even see a mistake. So, yeah, she's gonna like it. So now she gets to pick whichever one she wants. Are you gonna wear the one with the 1 L, or are you gonna wear the one with the 2 L's and stuff? So I am done for tonight. I'm just going to now take this out of the magnetic hoop, and look how easy it is to get it out. So, you know, Harmony did a video on the magnetic hoop. So, you know, and her video was pretty good because it showed how, compared to the regular hoop, how it is. So, see, came out really, really cute. And then once I iron it, this will go away and stuff. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rip out the tearaway stabilizer, because, you know, remember I have the you know, it's very easy to take out. Take that out. Take that out. Let's see. There we go. Just take this out. Put that here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the same stabilizer, you know, the no-show mesh. I'm just going to put that on top, you know, to serve as the tender touch. You know, that way all this doesn't, it doesn't irritate her skin and stuff like that while she's wearing it and everything. So, you know, it came out really, really cute. I think she's going to like it. So she can wear it with pride. I really do like making these shirts for the older generation. I really do, because the way I look at it is, shoot, when you get up there, you're gonna need to be proud, you know, and stuff. 85 and still grabbing that Social Security check. That's what I'm talking about. Because that's how I want to do. I want to be so old, Social Security gets mad that I'm still living. And stuff. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and hanging out with me while I do Titi Pancha's birthday shirt. She's gonna love this. This is like so cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm now going to, when you heat press this, you also heat press it in the front, you heat press it in the back. The reason why you want to heat press it in the front is because, remember, we have the heat and bond underneath the fabric, okay? So then when I go and I press it, it's going to, you know, it's gonna, the fabric will stick to the shirt, okay? So it's just something, you know, that I want to mention before I go, all right? So guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it and stuff. I know we're going like on 2 hours and stuff like that, but she's gonna love this, and it's gonna be in the mail tomorrow. I'm gonna package it up for her really nice. And she's going to have it in the mail, so that way she can just show it off, okay? So I hope you guys like the live. I'm really sorry with all the camera issues and stuff. I'm still trying to get adjusted to everything, but, you know, it'll get better in time. I know it will and stuff. And I hope I can see you guys again on Friday at 8 o'clock. This Friday, one of the topics that I'm going to talk about is all the things that I wish someone has shared about me regarding sewing and embroidery. Things that I wish I knew before I even got into all of this. So anyway, it should be fun and pretty interesting. Did my research, and I wrote down all the stuff that I feel. So I got, you know, I think it's going to be a really good video for you guys to watch and even participate in, and even share some of the things that you wish you knew about sewing and embroidery. So hope you guys like that. Have a great night. Have a really good night, and please be safe. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Have a good night.